Return of the Lost Bride. Crowns and Kilts, Book 4. Written by Cynthia Wright. Narrated by Timothy Campbell. Chapter 1. Duntulm Castle, Isle of Skye, Scotland, April 1539. Standing on castle ramparts that clung to the edge of a cliff, Ciaran MacLeod breathed deeply of the cold, misty air that blew in from the Minch. A smile touched his chiselled mouth as he gazed from the wind-tossed sea back to the courtyard where his cousin Owen MacLeod was training young warriors to defend Duntulm Castle against attack. Watching them wield their claymores, he became aware of an oddly pleasurable glow that spread out from the centre of his chest. It was, Ciaran slowly realised, the closest he'd come to knowing happiness since Ma's passing a full year ago. And he could admit, if only to himself, that dark, moody clouds had pursued him much longer. He had to struggle to remember a time when he hadn't felt weighted down by the secrets of his own family members. From the time he was a wee lad, when he'd seen how it really was between his parents, Ciaran had known a tide of cynicism that swelled with each passing year. In truth, he'd given up on happiness. He could drink and wench and laugh with the rest of his clansmen, but always inside was a black sting of... what? Resentment, regret, or disillusionment? Perhaps a bit of all three. Yet, of late, Ciaran had become aware of a change. When he opened his eyes in the morning, he felt a new sense of anticipation for the day ahead, and as the hours passed, he could relax and enjoy the moment at hand in a way he'd previously believed impossible. The boys in the courtyard had been working hard this morning, and Ciaran had been there with them, demonstrating the skills he had begun to hone when he had been a mere lad himself, urging each of them to go beyond what they'd tried yesterday. Now he descended the stone steps that led to the courtyard and called for a respite. "Come on then, lads," he grinned at Owen, his new captain of the guard. "After labouring half the morning, you've earned a cup of ale." A chair went up from the young warriors, and they fell in behind him as he entered the great hall. Just as he had expected, Violette was waiting. The French lass turned her smile on the bedraggled youths and poured cups of watered-down ale for them. Owen, who had been growing handsome since gaining his manhood, murmured something to her and chuckled softly. "What about me?" Ciaran demanded of her in mock outrage. "Am I not your master?" As expected, Violette scoffed at him. "No man is my master, monsieur, especially not you." All the same, she handed him a rough towel to dry his untamed ebony locks, and he saw the warm...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?